coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers. And now the spin, and now running right through it. Touchdown, Carolina! That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So now after the opening kickoff is brought back, the offense is going to take the field for the first time, but it'll be for a two-point conversion. And he will talk about coming out and making a statement. Not only do you return the thing to the house, you go for two and get it.
And how about how the rules have changed starting with the 2015 season, where you could go for two from the 2-yard line instead of kicking it from the 15? We thought that would promote more aggressiveness. We saw it right there.
And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. So here are the Redskins now in excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by the University of Houston product, 31-year-old quarterback Case Keenum.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
And we have to start with Adrian Peterson. The 7-time Pro Bowl running back is back for his second season with Washington. And he was surprisingly good in 2018. At one point, had the team leading the NFC East. And right now he sits at number 8 all-time in rushing. And in his sights, number 7, Jerome Bettis, number 6, LaDainian Tomlinson, and with a big year, maybe even number 5, Curtis Martin.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Keenum. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go!
The Carolina Panthers are 5-3 and now being led out here by Kyle Allen, who led them to the Week 9 victory against Tennessee 30-20. And Allen in that game, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's now, gosh, Charles, 5-1, I think, as a starter.
Yeah, and there's also a report now that Cam Newton will likely be out a few more weeks with the foot injury. I would not be surprised to see that turn into injured reserve and end his season, and Kyle Allen takes it the rest of the way. They've got to get Cam Newton 100% healthy before they put him back on the field. And when you have a quarterback who's 5-1 as a starter, makes it a lot easier to continue with him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Allen to throw it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass.
When he went down, it looked like...
On the double. And ready.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Oh, what a juke into space. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 91 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Come on now. 53's the mic. 53, 10.
Now Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Washington coming back out here on offense. And you know the good news in D.C. this week? The National. How'd you even know what I was going to say?
Listen, you said good news. It's got to be the Nationals.
The Nationals won the World Series. The bad news, the Redskins continue to struggle now 1-8. And with Case Keenum out, team trying to find rhythm with rookie Dwayne Haskins making his first NFL start.
Yeah, not much rhythm there. I mean, that's a tough one. And going against a very good Buffalo defense in his first NFL start on the road. Adrian Peterson ran for over 100 yards, but they couldn't throw the ball very efficiently at all. So guess what? They get an open week now. Quarterback question, that'll be decided later on down the road. Then 2 home games coming up. The Jets and the Lions. And frankly, they've got a shot against the Jets.
And they need to put the ball in the end zone. No touchdowns in their last 13 quarters on offense. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Keenum. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Well, that man, AP, he continues to rise in all the record books. Week 9, he passed Pro Football Hall of Famer Tony Dorsett for 12th on the NFL's career rushing attempts list. And now he needs 9 more carries to pass Franco Harris for 11th. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Keenum. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 46. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically, Charles, this running game.
It all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that. Center, guards, tackles, tight ends, some of the wide receivers being involved, maybe a lead runner at times, maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. They've done it well for them all year long.
The throw over the middle, taken in. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up two more. And the formula there on the two-point try to go five wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 37. The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Got a man, that's Quinn. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is taken at the 3. And O'Brien. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the 30 on 2nd down, Keenum. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Keenum now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now a run with Peterson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 46.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Keenum on target to McLaurin. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get him, boys!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Keenum. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Keenum on third down. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Bruce Irvin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it, because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he shifts past him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, and it's the Jaguars who are out in front. A touchdown run there for Leonard Fournette. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. 31-10 was the final score. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, it's Peterson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Dante Jackson on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. That brings up
third and 2, Keenum. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Now Allen, he'll rifle this. He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. It's caught inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers, Olsen. Greg Olsen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Keenum now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And I think for Brandon Allen, his first start as well, so not bad. Now, throw in the guys who have the same last name and their starts. Let's go to 2000. The Johnsons, Brad, Doug, and Rob. And in 1984, we're really digging deeper. I love this. Dave.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Oh, what a move. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after try forthcoming. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Well, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Keenum. And that will be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Moore on the return. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Wright's got it, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 34.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Allen. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
70, Indy.
On play action, Allen. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, They're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. This is Thompson. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll roll him out right. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. The 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? and the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Keenum. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. 4th down for Keenum. And he finds McLaurin. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Come on, QB, come on.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. One final try now for Keenum. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.